The new pathway for the Worcester Cathedral is finished. It looks so much brighter, and I'm just on my way to the hairdressers. It's not far away, so get some of this coloured and chopped off. I haven't been for about 3 months, and I think I've sent it orange myself, but hey. New prescription sunglasses, new haircut and colour, and off I go for home for a cup of tea, maybe a glass of wine actually. So what's been happening today? I've done 5 loads of washing. My son's come back from his Why Not festival playing there. I've still got a sleeping bag to wash. I've got a decorator decorating the outside today. I've got a carpenter coming tomorrow. And I'm just about to go to Pershore Plums to give you some content that's worth watching. So we're going to go into their nice farm, which is Wallsgrove Farm, and see that we can pick our own plums. They normally bag them up. I think they're open from midday until 4 or 5. So I'm hoping it's open. So let's go and have a look. I've arrived at Wallsgrove Farm, and she said 2 varieties of plums are ready, and she's advised me to get the purple, I can't remember what the name was, I'll put it on screen. They're better in terms of flavour for doing crumbles, and this is what they look like. They look like a big damson, but they're big. And she said the Victoria plums were ready, but she said these are the better flavour for crumble, so I shall fill my little basket. And there's all sorts around here, it's so lovely. Lots of apples on the ground over here, in the background. I do think this county is so abundant in fruit that there should be no poverty and food deprivation anywhere in the world. It's just ridiculous, isn't it, when you hear of stories people not being able to eat. And I've just gone down the road and there was loads of blackberries and all sorts, damsons hanging off bushes near parks. Anyway, I shall pick them. Let's have a look. It's like I'm in heaven. How people feel when they've got orchards is beyond me. I'd never leave the house. Just watching things grow makes you feel so fulfilled, I think. And I've been coming here for several years, and they always email us to say the plums are ready, and they put pear trees out to make sure that the wasps go towards the pear trees instead of eating the plums. So clever planting. I think I'd never seen an apple the way I react. They're just perfect. I'd love a farm shop. Have my own produce and sell it. So I shall make it happen one day. There's different varieties. I've got a few cuckoos growing at home. Not this amount. Look at these rows. Wasn't it a girl that called a company Rubies in the Rubble? From waste products. Incredible. These are the Victorias. They're more of an eating plum that are ready now, and they're very pink. They're like a gorgeous colour lipstick. A really lovely, powdery, purpley pink. So I'll get a little few of those to eat. Here's my little collection. So a few eaters and plenty of the other variety for crumble. There used to be a pub not far from Walsgrove Farm shop. It's just further up the road. It was called the Berkeley Arms, but it's now Coffee Lounge 44, located on the A44 in Sneechill near Worcester, and it's officially opened on the 16th of July and is open 7 days a week. Got my freezer bags. And I'm going to bag up the plums. Now last time I washed the plums and took the stones out and put them in the bags. But I think I'm just going to bag them up. Then when I come to use them, I'll split them and de-stone them then. And that way they keep whole instead of going like a big mush. And I'll just label up my little bags. Plums. I always think plums sounds rude. I don't know why. I just laugh every time I say, I feel like saying, how are your plums? It's just, I don't know. There are certain words in the dictionary that make me laugh. What's the other one I always think's rude? Clematis. Or clematis. Just sounds like a rude word to me. I don't know why. Part of the anatomy. I don't know. That's me. Got 5 bags out of this lot. Big bags as well, so 5 crumbles or a massive big one. I've decided to make a lemon cake with the unwaxed lemons that I've got, and I put them in the fridge because somebody on Facebook said your lemons keep longer if you keep them in the fridge, and they look perfect when they came out. But I wanted to use my Bundt tin, which when turned out looks a bit like a jelly mould. And I've only used it once, and in fact I scratched it because I didn't obviously grease it enough to get all the cake mould out when I turned it upside down. So I'm hoping I'm it's safe, because I have actually scratched the Teflon. They say you shouldn't scratch Teflon, shouldn't they? Don't they? You will check that I'm alive next week, won't you? Anyway, I'm going to use it. And there's a recipe online, which is a Mary Berry recipe to use a Bundt cake tin. And I shall put the ingredients up on screen. It's just self-raising flour, caster sugar, softened butter, the zest of 2 lemons, and I've just squeezed the juice of 2 lemons. I think you only put 2 tablespoons into the actual mix. And you mix it all up, put it in the oven on 175 fan for 40 to 45 minutes. So I'm going to mix that up. The Mary Berry book that I've got, it's not in here for the Bundt tin, so you can look online, but her book is lovely anyway. Love to cook. And she's actually got a nice, she's got a lemon limoncello pavlova. I like the look of that. She's got a lemon tray bake, lemon poppy seed loaf cakes as well. What was I looking at a minute ago? Oh yeah, the lemon citrus tray bake with glacé icing. Now I was going to do that because it's just straightforward in a straight tin, but I did want to have something that looks like that when it's turned out, and I wanted to use it. So just put softened butter and a bit of olive oil to make sure it's greased, and I'm going to mix all this up and see how we go. So I've just put the butter in, sugar, it says put it all in together, and also my eggs. Where are my eggs? I'll give that a whiz first and then see how we go. And it's done. I'll just show you. Nice soft mix ready to go in the tin, so I'll show you when I put it in. This is what it looks like. So yeah, I'm just going to put it in the oven. The Bundt tin has gone in the oven for 40 to 45 minutes. I'll check on it, put a skewer in at 40 minutes because it's quite thick in the tin. I'm sure it'll take a bit longer than a normal standard cake tin because they're about 30 minutes, aren't they? So we will see. And at the end, when it's cooled, I'd like to put some just icing sugar mixed with lemon juice to make a white frosting of lemon icing. I'll put any links below. My Amazon links aren't popular, but I shall put them through on anyway, you know, before they throw me off the Amazon affiliate program, because I think it's quite handy if you do want to click and think I haven't got a lemon zester or a Bundt tin, because I find most cookery shops near us have all folded. There's nowhere to go and get the Bundt tins. So I shall put the lemon zesters and things like that as a link to see if you're interested. I always put the KitchenAid in case you want a KitchenAid, or the KitchenAid whisk. You've probably got your own whisks, but ours broke not long ago, so sometimes you want a hand whisk and sometimes you want to get this out, and I don't always keep it on the work surface anymore because it's quite big, but I still use it. Put it out of the cupboard and I use it, and I think it's a great aid because I've got an attachment for chopping, and I've even got an attachment for pasta making, which I'm going to do soon. I think I've mentioned that a few weeks ago, because here are the attachments I'll show you. On the cupboard, you get a box and you attach it to the top. And it's a bit like my slicing attachments and grating for lots of cheese. It comes with 3 of these. And you can make tagliatelle. You attach it, and once you've made your pasta dough, you feed it through, and it comes through as long pieces. And again, that's the smaller, thinner blade inside. And that's to roll the pasta through to flatten it. Now, I've only ever used them once because, I mean, you buy pasta, don't you, and you're probably happy with it, but the pasta, when you make it, it's cooked in 3 minutes. It's not 10 minutes. It's so quick if you cook it fresh, and it's good fun to make. The one thing I did realise I needed once I made it last time was, whilst these strips of tagliatelle cum spaghetti were coming out, I thought, what do I do with them now? Because they dry quite quickly. And I ended up having to get a hanger upstairs and hang them over hangers. I think you can get pasta dryers, which I might look up actually, because you can just then leave your pasta to dry and bag it up as presents for people as well. It's a lovely gift. So yeah, we'll get on with that in a few weeks' time. Before you throw lemons away, use them put sea salt on, and then you can disinfect your wooden surfaces, and it's less chemicals really. So yeah, don't throw them straight away in the bin. The big reveal, and I shall put some icing on in a little while. Let's let it cool. Get my cake cover. So it worked. So greasing the tin is key. I'm just about to sort out this cupboard. It's a lovely cupboard. It's from the Cotswold Company Rejects place. It was an outlet that used to be in Wednesbury near IKEA in the West Midlands. But it's no longer there, and if cupboards were sent back because they had a slight dent in, they'd sell them at a really good price. And this was a fantastic price. But I filled it, as you can see, other people keep shoving things in at the wrong place. So I'm going to have to organise it because it's my main cupboard for food. Because although my kitchen looks big, I've got cupboards for plates, cupboards for glasses, a spice cupboard, cups, and there's no room for food. So this is where I put it all generally, packets and jars, but it really needs sorting. And I was in sorting this table as well. Sometimes I have a nice big vase on it, and the next minute everything gets plonked on it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to empty it out, sort it out, and then feel a bit more mentally clear. This cupboard is in need of feng shui, let me tell you that now. The art of placement to bring health, wealth and happiness. So off we go. Now I'm on the step ladders. Oh, there's so many packets that are out of date. Oh! Vocal zone. My son gets this for singing. A tea that was formulated by herbal experts for hard-working voices. Our tea is distinctively vocal zone with a powerful soothing effect inspired by the iconic throat pastel developed in 1907 for Enrico Caruso, the first person to sell 1 million records. Whoop. Butterfingers. I didn't intend to clean today, dressed in my nice peppermint colours, but it's typical, isn't it? You start one job and you've got to carry on. This is covered in flour at the top. How many cake cases does a girl need? These are the long, tall ones that go into tall cases from IKEA. So they don't fit a standard cake tin. And then I've been attracted to ones with horses and goodness knows what on from IKEA. Then spotty ones. Plain ones. They're everywhere. And Halloween ghoulish ones. I better get baking. Feeling exhausted, hot, but better now that this is organised. I've thrown that many out-of-date jars away and packets. You just wouldn't believe, you know, things for 2020, and I'm thinking I'm keeping on top of it, and I'm not. But there we are, much better. Teas on one side. Big jars of icing sugar and different types of sugars. Baking at the top. The odd jar now, and I've got space to put other things that I've got to replenish. And flour and coffee beans on this side. And a bit of tea on the top. So, it's worth it, isn't it? It makes you feel uplifted. In readiness for a decorator and carpenter that are going to sort out all the broken bits of wood in the window frames outside and also get the house painted, which is such a relief because 10 years ago I did the bottom. And it's just not right. It needs sorting out properly, and we need to maintain it so that the wood doesn't deteriorate again, because it's a big job. In readiness for that, I've been chopping all these rose bushes and bits of hazel growing and all sorts, so that the step ladders can go into the mound of earth while he does all the windows. And look at the mess. Yet to be picked up. But I've been dodging all the rain because we've got Storm Floris on the way. I'm hoping it's going to miss us. We have had bits of rain pelting down, and then it just dries up and just a bit windy now, so I'm hoping that when he comes to decorate he's not going to be blown off his ladders. But it's so nice to get things tidy for a change. I feel like I'm really having a good week of tidying up. These things just creep up on us, don't they? Dinner tonight is chicken breast, no skin on, wrapped with little bits of asparagus and wrapped with prosciutto ham, cooked for about half an hour. They're only small, they're not massive. And in here I've got sliced sprouts, very thinly sliced courgette, or zucchini as the Americans say, and little broccoli stems. And I'm going to put that with it because I've not long had an ice cream in the park, a blackcurrant creamy ice cream. It was really hot, so I decided to go for one whilst listening to the band in the park we have in the summer every Sunday. There's a band and they're in the bandstand. So that's nice. And my son today was playing at the Why Not Festival in Derbyshire. And he went on at 2 to 2:30, so he won't be back tonight. He'll be listening to Madness tonight. And Franz Ferdinand and Prodigy and Circa Waves. I love Circa Waves as well. If you want to check out a good dance sort of tune, they've got T-shirt weather, which I really like. That's Circa Waves. Anyway, he's been on and he's sent a photograph, so I'm sure they've had a good time. And it's nice to be actually on a stage and getting somewhere, because the music industry isn't easy. There we are. Slightly overdone chicken and asparagus, but I think it's because I put it in my air fryer. But with gravy, I think it'll be all right. I'm just in the park and I'm noticing lots of trees with red berries on, and you know what that means, don't you? That's normally a hard winter. That's what I think. There are lots of berries. Let's have a look. I'll turn the camera around. And the reason I'm out and about is because I need to get walking more. I've spent the last 4 years with terrible leg pain, as you probably heard me mention. And when I go out and about, I'm not walking that much at all. And I need to get these legs swinging in the right direction. And although I'm in pain, I've got to do it, because I just feel it's making it worse if you don't move. They say lotion is motion, or motion is lotion, don't they? So I'm trying my best to walk around this park. And there's bits of rain coming down because of storm florist floating overhead. But it's not too bad. The end is in sight, and then I need to post a letter or a birthday card. Isn't postage ridiculously priced in the UK? You get a box of 20 cards or 10 cards for the amount of one stamp. It's ridiculous. Just thought I'd hop on to say goodbye, have a lovely week. And if you could hit that subscribe button, I know I keep banging on about it. It's just that the algorithm doesn't send my videos around to other people unless people like, comment and actually subscribe. It's free. You can put another name. You don't have to call yourself by your own name. You can put Rhubarb as the account. As long as you set one up and just hit that button, it'd be great. Thank you so much if you do. It's amazing when you look at the stats. I don't look at them very often because most people watching aren't subscribed. Over 70%, so it would help. But thank you anyway for watching this week. I hope you've enjoyed the content. Bit of home stuff because I'm sort of at home because I've got carpenters and painters here. And yeah, I haven't been out too far apart from the Pershore Plums. And I might be going to see the new shopping village in Tewkesbury, just to see what that's all about. If it's designer prices, that won't suit me, but I can still have a look and share it and see if there's any bargains to be had. But other than that, I'll say goodbye and hope you have a lovely week. Bye for now.